We're coming in, okay?
Toa? George?
Here to give a little comfort to the weary soldiers?
I'll let you be the judge of that.
Actually, we have a special guest who insisted on seeing you.
Coming in.
Huh? It couldn't be.
Angelica?
Looks like I made it just in time for the main event. Kinda disappointed I missed the operetta, though.
You made it!
Just barely.
But man, when did you get to be such a babe?
Well, a good suit and tie are more to my taste. But this was part of the deal I made with my dad to let me come. He said I could visit the festival if I agreed to meet a few prospective candidates for an arranged marriage. So, here I am, dress and all. You better get a good look now. Who knows when I'll wear something like this again.
Well, if that's your aim, you're certainly dressed for victory.
Yeah, but I think it might draw out your charm a little too well. Most normal people would take one look at you and think you're completely out of their league. You do look lovely, though.
Thanks, but honestly, I've got nothing on the rest of you fair maidens.
Angelica!
All I've had to look at since going back home is my dad's grumpy old face.
Good grief.
Well, I suppose some things never change.
Come on, Angie.
All right, I've got my fig. Time to move on to my...
I should have seen this coming.
Angie, don't get too carried away now.
You do know they could file a sexual harassment claim, right?
It's good to have her back.
I'm so glad she managed to make it after all.
Looks like the winds are favoring us today.
I'm looking forward to your concert. From what I hear, you've got quite the show in store for all of us. Don't go getting yourselves too wound up. Just remember what you practice, put your all into it, and I'm sure the audience will be right there along with you.
Yeah, it's your time to shine. Go on and have the time of your lives, guys.
Good luck out there.
That's good.
Thank you for your patience, everyone. Next, our... to the end. Thank you. What?
Ladies and gents, you've been a wonderful crowd, and we've heard your cheers loud and clear. Everyone, join in!
思い出した出会いの足跡つま先に香る花きらめいて咲き始める優しい記憶色そう
exhausted. I'm hungry. I can't feel my feet. I guess that qualifies as a success then, right?
Well, the crowd sure seemed pretty enthusiastic. As if I had the mental energy to care about what the crowd thought.
I suppose that's the difference between professional musicians and amateurs like us.
I don't think you guys need to worry.
I'll say.
A sorry sight.
Patrick.
Oh. Honestly, I know your type.
What can...
At least you could
Still, I gotta hand it to you.
It was really something.
Great casting.
I wasn't sure what to expect.
I can't say I'm surprised. Wait, if you're all so a little...
What are you going on about?
Aha! We did it, didn't we?
Pulling that third song out, you even had me singing along.
What was that all about?
I'm not even sure.
Congrats, everyone! You did it!
Huh?
Is something wrong?
You guys are so worn down, you totally forgot, didn't you?
Remember a certain little poll where, well,
Oh, now that you mention it.
We were so busy, I completely...
So wait,
They just finished counting up all the votes from the students and the visitor. Good numbers all around, but classes 1 and 7 were the clear favorites.
And this year's winner, with 1,512 votes, is Class 7's concert. Oh!
Well,
oh, come on. That's all the... Well, after seeing all the other attractions for myself...
for what it's worth, my brother and Charles seem to have had a great time.
Mishy Panic was an unsung gem.
Now that it's over, it feels a little unsportsmanlike.
Agreed. If anything, seeing...
Yep.
Anyway, I'm here to or have you forgotten?
Oh, yeah.
I totally forgot. It's a tradition to close out...
there's gonna be bonfires, right?
All the bonfires are set up, too. Okay. I think we can... What do you say we head on over and enjoy the party?
Right. Woo!
Oh.
Oh, Mother and Grandfather are still here.
My dad, too. And my brother.
Elliot. Crow. I just wanted to thank you for everything you've done for us.
What brought that on?
It's just that our performance today never would have been possible without the two of you guiding it along. I wanted to make sure that you knew how much I appreciate you doing that.
Damn, man. Is making people feel awkward a hobby of yours or something?
Aw, it's no big deal. Besides, it was a real team effort. Everyone played a part. I mean, look at you. You were a fountain of good advice through this whole thing. And honestly, I should be the one thanking everyone.
Huh?
You all helped me rediscover just how much music means to me. Because it's not just about performing by myself. It's about performing together, playing off each other's strengths to make something wonderful. So I should be the one thanking you. This never would have happened if I didn't come to this academy.
Elliot.
Holy hell, are you guys trying to see who can make me cringe the hardest?
Elliot, my boy!
Does he... Sorry, I'll see you later, okay?
Yeah. This This year's festival's been a blast. I'm kinda hoping we can do the same thing next year, too. Though, who knows if Class 7 is even going to exist next year. Crow?
Oh, yeah. Generally, people stay in the same class from their first day to their graduation. But Class 7's basically one giant exception to everything the school's ever done, so who knows?
I guess that has its pluses and its minuses. But no matter what, it's not going to be the same. We won't have you.
If I manage to graduate, at least. Barring any nasty surprises, I'll be in Class 7 till the end of the month. Which means our time as classmates is almost up.
Now that you mention it, yeah. We'll have to see if we can throw you a farewell party around the end of the month then. Can't let you off easy.
Come on, it's no big deal. Trust me, you're still gonna see more than enough of me next year. Sure, I'll have moved out of the dorms, but I'll be sure to stop by once a week to steal some of Sharon's cooking.
You better. Oh, and by the way, I'm not going to have to call you Mr. Armbrust or anything after you graduate, am I? I mean, we...
Of course not. And if... Oh, yeah. Guess it's about...
Isn't this... I completely forgot about it. You've done so much for me since then. Saving Elise, helping with the concert. Compared to all that, 50 Mira is nothing.
The feeling's mutual. Besides, I never return the mirror that I borrow. Makes that coin extra special. So go on, take it.
Oh, but you know there was interest on this, right?
Oh, man.
Well, there's this 1 second, to be honest. It feels kind of lonely to think that ever so...
I swear. All right. You'll...
Alphen, I am drawn to the... What say you we Come now, don't waste your...
No.
Allow me, Sharon.
It would be my honor.
Madam Chairman.
Given that our former partners left the dance all too soon.
Instructor. I can, however...
Really?
Oh, just... Well, I'll be dancing with all my little... But I suppose I can...
Well, but seeing you in that dress... They would...
It's no surprise that my grandfather made a beeline for Sharon, but I never expected to see Mother dancing.
Shall we join them?
You've given me more than enough of your time already between showing me around and besides, I'm... I knew it, so I have a
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still, maybe you're right. I do feel kind of bad leaving you here on your own, though.
I'm fine, really. Besides, if you spend...
Well...
He's such an idiot. Oh, Elise. Your Highness? The generally accepted strategy here would be to keep... If you were to only gather the... It's fine.
Elisa.
Reem, is your sister okay?
Yeah. Actually, would you dance with me?
Well...
That was the idea.
Let's get a little closer to the bonfire, then.
Okay.
I wish still. It's not like there's a lot more festival to use it on. It's strange. It feels like the whole year's been building up to this festival, but...
Yeah, it felt like it was over in the blink of an eye. Both the festival and the year as a whole.
Exactly. It won't be long until the second years graduate, and we'll be in their shoes. Time really does fly, huh?
Yeah. It's hard to believe so many months have passed since we all first met. But I do have to wonder whether any of us have gotten any closer to figuring out what we're going to do with our lives.
I wish I knew. I might have looked confident when I told Mother that I'd show her how to run the company by the time I graduated, but that was in the heat of the moment. I honestly don't know whether I'd drive Reinford straight into the ground or not.
How could you know? Still,
there's one thing I do know. No matter how difficult the odds, our class always finds a way through. Growing up should be no different. I think you need some new material. Well, that, and I believe it. I think everything is going to work out as long as our class is together. As long as you and I are together.
Lisa. Then let's stay together. We're still looking for our places in the world, but maybe they're right next to each other.
I hope so.
Me too. After that, I went back to see Elise, but by then, that memorable evening was approaching its end.
Reen? Elise?
Claire?
Good evening, Captain. You must be exhausted.
Oh, well, it's not as though I performed on stage in front of an auditorium full of people or anything. I really enjoyed your concert, by the way. That's the kind of thing that makes me proud to be an alumnus.
Wait, what? You were a student here?
That's right. I was part of the Academy's 216th graduating class, and since you'll be part of its 221st, I suppose that makes me 5 years your senior.
I had no idea. Why didn't you mention it until just now?
Given that we only ever met while you were on your field studies, it didn't seem pertinent. Besides, once people graduate, they tend to leave their ties to their school behind, especially here at Thor's.
Because it's a military academy?
Exactly. Roughly 40% of the graduates here go on to join the military, not always the same branch or even the same army. About 30% join the Imperial Army, and 10% go to a provincial force. Students who are best friends one day might find themselves enemies the next.
Reen.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to kill your happy mood like this, but I'm sure you're well aware of what may lie ahead. That we're teetering on the brink of an era of upheaval.
I'm aware.
Yes, amongst other things. But that's why it's so important that we're able to stand strong no matter what happens. Though, judging by how well Class 7 has performed on their field studies, I'm sure you'll all be fine in that regard. Even if I'll have to be careful not to draw the ire of that instructor of yours while I'm doing so.
I'm just glad to know that you have her back. Thank you for that.
You're quite well... Please, excuse me a moment. Yes, Revelt speaking. Mm-hmm. What?
What's going on?
And you're certain of this? Understood. I'll return at once. Yes, I will escort them back to Valflame Palace myself. I'm afraid I have to excuse myself.
Sorry, Elise. My brothers requested that we return to Heimdall right away, but as we're going back by car, I thought I'd offer you a ride home. But...
Elise, I think you should go back. I'll call you later to make sure you're okay.
Well, all right.
Sorry to drop this on you so quickly, Reen. I'm sure someone from the Academy will fill you in shortly.
Fill me in? On what?
If you'll excuse us.
Don't worry. We'll be sure to get Elise back to the Academy safely.
Does anyone have any idea what's going on?
I'm afraid not. I've never seen Father behave like that before.
My mother's the same way. She got a message of some kind and just changed.
Ditto my father. One thing is certain. Something terrible has happened.
My dad turned pale and was gone before I could ask what happened. It sounded like he received a report from Instructor Neidhart, though.
Hold on. Neidhart's supposed to be...
He was at Gorelia Fortress with the 4th Armored Division on some sort of mission, right?
Speaking of which, has anyone seen Toa or Instructor Sarah?
Students and visitors, I cannot thank you, and I hereby But I am afraid I must announce that this evening, Gorelia Fortress, which rests... No. Destruction is an inadequate word. I would ask that all of our guests, from that region or otherwise, please try to remain calm.
I can't take this anymore! Where is she? Homeroom was supposed to start ages ago.
I'm not surprised she's late. The instructors are probably all busy trying to figure out what to do.
That seems more than likely.
It's still hard for me to believe all of this is really happening, having been there.
Not all of it, I heard. There are still some, but Instructor Neidhart making it out of there alive was nothing short of a miracle, though.
Those huge railway guns were part of the second. If I hadn't seen the pictures, it'd be kind of hard to believe.
What kind of... I find myself...
We just don't... All we do know is that it's impossible to make a weapon that powerful even with today's most advanced orbital technology.
And yet here we are. The Imperial Army has their work cut out for them. I'll say that much.
I'm worried about what's going on in the capital, too. It sounds like there have been even more demonstrations going on there these past few days.
Down with Crossbell, they say. Point our guns towards the east.
Is there even any truth to those rumors that Calvard's planning an invasion?
I'm pretty sure it's all nonsense. But considering how there have been tensions between us and them for years, people are just more inclined to believe it. Rumors are just that. We need to be careful not to be misled by half-truths and speculation. If possible, we should find out exactly what's happening for ourselves.
Yeah, over the year, we've seen how things are across the Empire with our own eyes. Now's as good a time as any to put that knowledge to use.
Well said. We've had quite the education in getting to the truth behind all the headlines.
That seems to have been a running theme of most of our field studies.
Still, we seem to be missing 2 of our illustrious members.
Well, there's nothing strange about Crow's habitual truancy, or did he already transfer back to his original class?
No. He said he was going to be with us through the end of the month.
You don't think it's something to do with the intelligence division, do you? Well, she is an agent of theirs.
It's kind of easy to forget that.
It does concern me that none of us have seen her.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, Instructor.
Are we starting homeroom?
Not today, I'm afraid. All classes have been canceled. You can either stay here in the building and study until school's out, or go back to the dorm.
So wait.
Has something happened?
Not yet, but it will. Chancellor Osborne's going to be addressing the nation from Dreikel's Plaza at noon. It's set to be broadcast across the entire Empire.
A national address?
Sounds pretty serious. And given the timing, indeed, it's not hard to imagine what's on his agenda.
Come on, guys. Straighten up. You're students of Thor's Military Academy. And that makes you all cadets. Whatever careers you choose, so right now, I don't want you to look away from what's happening in the world.
You're right. Now,
as for Oz, apparently we'll be setting up radios in each classroom so the students can listen to the national address. So if you want to follow along, be sure to be back here by noon.
I suppose I might as well listen to it here then.
Same here. I don't even have a radio.
I do, but for something like this, I'd rather not listen to it alone.
Well then,
maybe I should haul in some beer and some... What should we do about Crow and Milliam, though? Do you know where they are?
Can't say I do. Crow's practically made a career out of playing hooky. But I did see Milliam earlier this morning.
Oh, so...
At least that means she wasn't called away by the intelligence division.
I've been thinking along those lines. I doubt she's wandered off too far.
Yes, but lest you forget, she excels at giving us the runaround.
At least it doesn't sound like she's in trouble. We're probably worried over nothing.
We'll just have to tell them we're meeting here at noon if we run into them before then.
Yeah, will do.
I guess everyone's going to check in with their clubs. Looks like I have some free time. Might as well see if I can track down Crow and Milliam. At least it sounds like Milliam is probably somewhere on campus. Crow, though, he could be anywhere. I figured I could.
Yep. The student, are you guys planning on...
How could he supposed to be a...
Yeah. I don't think anyone could have imagined the relation. I sure hope Angie's okay.
Don't.
I'm the student council. Angie would laugh at me if...
Still, don't try to...
Well, oh yeah.
Right. Do you have any...
Crow? He didn't mention that he had to go anywhere.
Was yesterday...
Yeah. That was nice.
Well, I'll...
Sounds like... Oh, but make sure you're back in your class.
Of course.
I still can't believe there's a way. I didn't think you could get much.
Yeah, I mean, there were rumors that whatever that was.
Still, can't help but wonder with the chance. Whatever it is, I have a feeling that it's going to shake up some things around here. Who knows? You might even see active duty. Could be that my lazy. Well, no point. Didn't mean this country may go through.
That's a good way to look at it. I don't want to look away from what's happening. But anyway, he has...
Bro, he came by yesterday with a box of things he borrowed from me, but...
Dang. Anyway, I'll keep...
Well, knowing Crow, he'd just keep looking around and I'm sure you'll run into him.
Will do. Nothing out of the ordinary. We kind of ended up pushing... Huh? George is in the engineer... If any of the students... I should probably... I checked around inside, but all the same, I didn't want to... Milliam?
Oh, Reen!
You do know...
Oh, dang it!
Honestly. So, what? It doesn't look like this thing...
I don't know. Not the same, but...
I've got no idea.
I guess you wouldn't really understand. But now it makes sense why Gramps asked me to keep an eye on this place, though. I had no idea there'd be something this cool down here.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about... Did he know there was something like this here?
Not really sure. He just asked me to keep an eye on the building itself, and said to let him know if anything unusual happened. Whoopsie! That was...
So, the chance... We did just find out that Captain...
Hey, what...
Say, was investigating the old schoolhouse the reason you enrolled at the academy?
Well, sorta, but it was more of a side thing. There was a more important reason, but that kinda stopped being a concern.
Something more important than this? Not sure what she's getting at.
Oh yeah! I guess I should head back and look...
Oh, so we were all planning to listen...
Sweet! What are we waiting for?
Nothing... Oh yeah, you haven't seen Crow around anywhere, have you?
Huh? Nope. Is he cutting class too?
Well, none of the others have seen him, though. I wonder if he went into town.
Huh. Maybe. Wanna try looking around, Trista? I'll come with you.
Sounds like a good idea. All right.
Okay, sir.
Might as well. Maybe Sharon knows where.
Okie dokie. Oh, I was.
Hello again, Sharon.
We're back! Oh, it seems all of you. I heard from Lady Sarah that you would be remaining on the campus, though.
Well, say, Crow hasn't been back here, has he?
Master Crow? Oh, he did? Indeed. I don't believe he stayed long. It seems he was here just.
Sounds like we just missed him.
Should we check his room just in case?
Yeah, might as well while we're here.
Well, if you need any. Looks like he did go out then. Still, don't you think his.
Well, he was supposed to be moving out. Anyway, it's almost noon.
Yep, it's almost time for Gramps' speech. Still, I wonder where.
Yeah.
Oh.
Patrick, I thought you would have gone back home.
Well, we don't have any classes today. Sure. But as a member of the 4th grade, don't underestimate.
Oh, wow.
Wouldn't dream of it. Is Class 1 planning?
We are. Personally, those of us who elected.
Right.
You've got some strange. I know Heimdall's not all.
What are you talking about?
That Crow. I met him outside.
Huh. Really?
When I inquired, he's.
I wouldn't have. Well, at least we know where he went now.
I haven't a clue what you're. Anyway, it's almost.
Oh, yeah. Let's get going, Milliam. Everyone else is waiting in the classroom.
Okay.